Hi, everyone. This is Brad Free with a stakes preview from Santa Anita for Saturday, March 28th. We are living in very strange times right now, everybody across the country, across the globe. And it's so bizarre to cover racing and write about racing and handicap races without seeing a live race. As everyone knows, Santa Anita has banned the media from the racetrack, as well as owners, only essential personnel. So it's very bizarre covering this sport via video and also via telephone, but we're doing the best we can. And one of the great things about horse racing is that we can stay home and still participate through DRF bets. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Grade 3 Santa Ana Stakes on Saturday. It's race number 7. This is a race that trainer Richard Baltus has won the last 3 years. All 3 years with favorites, and Baltus would have had the favorite this year, except Opus One, who's arguably the fastest or the sharpest filly in the field, was transferred 2 weeks ago for reasons unclear at this point, transferred from Baltus to trainer Mike Pipey, and Opus One, we'll talk about her in just a minute. Opus One is the 3-1 favorite on the morning line, but she has a new trainer as Baltus is relegated to starting Super Patriot and Lost in Translation. Baltus seeking his 4th straight win in the Santa Ana. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field for the Santa Ana. Field of 9 fillies and mares. They're going 1 1/4 miles. The filly mare grass division in California is kind of been a scramble the last few years, and that's being politically correct. It's not a good bunch of fillies and mares out here, but it's a competitive race, and from a betting perspective, it's actually a very good race. The favorite at 3-1 on the morning line is down on the outside, number 9, Opus One. The co-second choices on the morning line, which will be released later Thursday, are number 7 and 8, Tiny Tina and Siberian Iris. So why is Opus One the 3-1 favorite on the morning line? She is the only starter in the Santa Ana field that has never raced in a graded stakes race. But one of the reasons why she's the 3-1 favorite is because her form right now is undeniably sharp, including her most recent start. It was February 28th at Santa Anita. And we're going to take a look at this stretch run of Opus One. She got a perfect trip. She sat second behind the speed, and she reeled in harmless late. Now, it was a 5-horse field. It was a 2 other than, and watching these fillies and mares go through the lane and watching Opus One win by 3/4 of a length, you probably don't look at the video of this tape and say, I can't wait to bet Opus One back on the class race. It was just an okay workmanlike win, but it was her second consecutive win, and both wins came since stretching out to 1 1/8 miles. Now, the Santa Ana on Saturday, which was lengthened last year to 1 1/4 miles, this is the second year at this new 1 1/4 miles distance. So Opus One is stretching out another furlong to 1 1/4 miles, and one of the reasons why I think that she will handle the distance, and so do her owners, Little Red Feather Racing Stable, is because she is a sibling to a male by the name of Marquise Water. Marquise Water in spring of 2019 won the Grade 2 1 1/4 miles Charles Whittingham Stakes at Santa Anita. Marquise Water is a horse that got better as he grew older and as distances increased. It's a very similar pattern to Opus One, the sharpest filly in the field with tactical speed for a good trip, and she also can finish. She ran her final 3 furlongs last time out in 35 and 4. The time before, she ran her final 3 furlongs in 36. That's pretty good closing fractions for filly mare grass runner at Santa Anita going 1 1/8 miles. I think she can get 1 1/4 miles. She should get a great trip sitting right behind Lost in Translation. Lost in Translation has some intrigue because she figures to control the tempo. However, looking back through recent records, the last 2 years at Santa Anita, there have been 26 grass races at 1 1/4 miles. Can you guess how many of them were won by the pace setter? How about 1? Pace setters 1 for 26 the last 2+ years at a mile and 1/4. Beyond the fact that the course profile works against Lost in Translation, her recent form is a little bit dubious as well. I respect her because she's going to make the lead, but I wonder if she can really go a mile and 1/4 in her current form. Okay, the second choices on the morning line are Siberian Iris and Tiny Tina, and they actually met on January 19th. It was in the Grade 3 Astra Stakes, and we're going to pick up the tape of the Grade 3 Astra on the far turn. And Tiny Tina got a ground-saving trip. She angled to the outside right here. She makes a run at the leaders, and that's Siberian Iris on the far outside, but neither one of them could catch the winner of the race. That was Ms. Pentour, who kind of drew off and won rather decisively. Siberian Iris finished third. It was Tiny Tina finished second, and it was an okay race, and that's really all it was. As for Siberian Iris, she was making her first start in 4 months in that race. She's had some foot issues. She had to scratch from the November 30th red carpet down at Del Mar. So she was making her first start in 4 months when she finished kind of a bland third, truth be told. And it was a race that perhaps she needed. Speaking with trainer Richard Mandela early this week, and he said that she is doing very well. Siberian Iris is right now. She's been battling foot issues for at least a portion of her late career, but her feet are fine now, and he expects Siberian Iris to put forth a good effort. So do I. She should improve off that Astra third, and if she does, she can be right there. But the truth of the matter is this race is absolutely wide open. I'm not in love with Opus 1 at 3-1. There's one crazy horse in this field that I might be tempted to throw a couple bucks on if she starts at 15-1 or higher. She's not good enough. She's outclassed. Her speed figures are not that great. I'm referring to number 3, Out of Balance. The thing about Out of Balance is this. The longer the races, the better she runs. She started a mile and 1/8 6 times, 2 wins and 2 seconds. At distances shorter than a mile and 1/8, she's 0 for 9. Out of Balance is stretching out to a mile and 1/4 on Saturday, longest distance of her career. She will be rallying from the back of the pack. She's probably not good enough, but she will be finishing, and maybe she has a chance to light up the board at double-digit odds. But when all is said and done, I'm settling for the favorite, not in love with Opus 1, to win the Santa Anita Stakes with a pace-pressing trip on Saturday at Santa Anita.